This is Twin Cities Adventures with our urban gardening edible landscaping playlist, and today I'm going to give you a tour of our pergola that we built, which is behind me, and I'll show you the upgrades that we did to it this year. And we're going to add some more edible landscaping. We're going to add these grapevines, and these are edible grapes. We're going to have those grow up the side of the lattice in the pergola, and it'll be adding to the ones that are currently there. I'll show you those in a second. So we're going to dig some holes, and I'm going to show you how to safely plant these and protect them from rabbits and squirrels.
I'm going to show you where to put these.
Okay. Here's the koi fish there. And we have the baby koi fish in here this year, separated into our water hammock. One there, one over there. Okay, so you can see that we already put a bunch of grapevines up the posts, and here's how we did it. We dug holes here and we put a brace and screwed that into the pergola, and we wrapped it in chicken wire so the rabbits wouldn't chew these down. So you can see all of the grapes growing right here, and they're all over the top. See that? And then here's the idea behind growing these grapes up the pergola is I wanted to have grapes clusters hanging from the ceiling everywhere. As you can see, they're hanging clusters all over the ceiling. And then when these get mature and turn dark purple, they're going to be really pretty. Alright, I'm going to show you a clip of phase 1 of the pergola, which is just the structure of it right now. Okay, and now this was phase 2 where we added the lattice board. We just did this like a little bit ago, like a couple weeks ago. So we have lattice because we wanted more shade, because we were really cooking in the sun underneath and it wasn't very much fun. So we put all the lattice up on 3 sides. I'll show you right there. This is the north side and this is the east side, which is like adjacent to the house, so there's no reason to close that off. And that is the south side. And then the west side here, see there's a little walkway that goes right up through here. It's nice and airy and open. So we put the lattice board up and we framed that all out. And then just to open it up, we added windows. We framed out windows. And you can just put your hand right through there. There's no glass, but we did hang some neat little crystal pendants in there. Put some decorations up, like a little owl and some statues around here. So we got windows all around the perimeter of the top here, and then you can see this crabapple tree is growing right through the pergola, so we framed that right out like that. And then just to add another decorative piece, we framed out a big giant window here looking back into the fire pit, and then you can also see like the arbor with clematis growing up it. Then we hung a bell in that, and then there's some more crystals here hanging in that window. Okay, so now this is looking in at it, and it's like kind of like a shade garden here, but it gets some sun. There's a lot of hostas and bleeding hearts and Solomon seal in there. There's a couple of baby apple trees growing up here. We have 3 of them, 1, 2, and then there's one over here on this side of the arbor. And these really pretty clematis growing up the arbor. That's nice to walk underneath, like when they're growing all the way up to the top. Walk underneath a bunch of flowers. Nice big window here. You can see Samuel over there in the bench swing. Hi, Samuel.
Hi.
And then I got a honeysuckle here that I transplanted from another area. It was actually given to me from the neighbor's house. So I want to have the honeysuckle wrap all the way around the picture window, so there's like honeysuckle flowers all around the perimeter of that. Here's a pot with some ferns in it. Here's a little sculpture of a rock that I put up here. I wrapped it in wire. That's just kind of a fun little creative idea. A couple little birds in there. We did hang up some hammocks with these eye hooks here. I'll show you a picture of the boys hanging on their hammocks right now. And we used to have our table and chairs here. We might move them back, but I kind of like them over there. There's Franklin eating lunch over there. Hi, Franklin. He's over there on the patio with like some patio eating lunch, table and chairs. And here's coming in over from the south side. Little patio, little path walking up here. There's Samuel again. Now this is a very important spot here. This is a bench that Samuel built all by himself here. He designed this with a pitch that goes back so you can rest your back properly on it. I had him cut out and measure and screw that all together. He did that all by himself. Little creative genius. Yeah. And then I did hang some lights up here, and I do have power that I ran out here, so if I plug this in, see, it does light up at night. And we also put a temperature gauge up here, so you can look from the house out the window and see like how cold or hot it is outside. Right now it's almost 90 degrees. So without further ado, we're going to show you how we did this. We're going to add these grapevines to the south side because it seems like the ones that are growing on the south side get a lot of sun, and they probably get a lot of water from the sprinkler system. And I think we're going to plunk those in, and we'll start weaving those to grow right all up along this wall here. And then we might add a couple more on the other side of the pergola, here and here, maybe in the future, probably. All right, so I just dug out 2 holes here and here. Put the shovel up here for now. Yep, and I put the dirt in this bucket. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take and kind of pre-measure about how deep they're gonna go. And I wanna dig down deeper than the hole. That way the dirt's very loose so the plant can grow in it. So then I'm gonna pop these out like this. And then I'm gonna rough up the roots a little bit. And then just place that right there. Okay. And then I pre-cut some of these 2x2s here, and just like I did here. And these are just going to be additional support brackets that I can just screw into the lattice here for stability. So here, let me fill in some dirt around the edge here. And then we'll water that and let that soak in and pack that one more time before we put the mulch back up around it. Put that right up against there. And I'm going to pre-drill this, and I'm going to screw that in. I'll do that from the other side.
Yep.
So we're on the back side here, and I'm just going to pre-drill this. That way that stabilizing bar will not move. I'm going to put one more screw right here to keep that brace just stable. Okay. And then next thing we need to do is we need to wrap it in chicken wire, just like we did here. And then I pulled the tags off the plants, and I'll put those around the top here, so if we want to read like what they are later on, we can. All right, I've got these chicken wire pieces cut out now, and you can see that they're silver, and that looks kind of ugly, so I like to take some brown spray paint and spray them real quick, and then they look a little bit darker and they blend in with the natural environment a little bit better. Before and after. We'll give them one quick drink here. I'm using Miracle-Gro just so they get everything they need to provide nice, delicious grapes. So I just put the chicken wire on the grapevine here. I zip tied that around the back side, snip those off, and then I'll give that a nice spin so that's to the back side. So the bunnies cannot chew that down in the winter. And look at these delicious grapes that are growing here everywhere. Alright, I gave them a zip tie to the back side, or the inside of the pergola here. So those rabbit protecting chicken wire hoops will not ever move. Here's the final end result. They're going to grow up in there protected, and I've got the tag zip tied onto the little chicken wire thing there. And then here's the other one protected, and that'll grow right up through there, as all of these are. And then after that grows up above the chicken wire, I'll just clip the greens inside there, and I'll give them one more round of Miracle-Gro. I'll give every vine a little hit of Miracle-Gro here while I'm at it. Okay, that was a fun little addition to our edible landscape. You can see right behind me now we have 4 grapevines on this wall. 1, 2, 3, and then 4 on the corner. Well, thanks for watching. I'll give you another update when they're all ready to pick and be made into something this fall or late this summer. Stay tuned. Twin Cities Adventures, out.